You can't just come to trading and expect to make money, because it's not just another income stream or something that you just learn in a day or a week or a month, even a year, and then you just make money from it. Trading, it's a moving target, which means that as you grow and as you develop, so does the market. And the most important thing, what you got to understand about trading, is that it doesn't tolerate weakness. It doesn't tolerate laziness. It will take every single ounce of your being to be able to just make it through the beginning stages, to begin learning the basics. The thing is with most people is that most people are genuinely lazy. They are undisciplined. They want everything spoon-fed to them. And as a result, that's why they're not where they want to be in life. Trading is like a 10,000 piece puzzle, and there are so many different things that you need to learn and take into consideration, not just to be profitable or be successful, but to be able to thrive in it, to be able to be consistent within yourself. In order for you to do that, you need to be consistent within yourself first. So 50% of the work is the technical analysis. It's literally merely scratching the surface. The other 50% of it is you. It's yourself. And until you change, your trading will not change. So if you want things in your life to change, you're going to have to change the things in your life. What you got to also understand and take into consideration is that trading has a lot of different ways of trading, has a lot of different strategies. Now, you can make money using any strategy. You can genuinely do that. But there are certain strategies which focus on efficiency and effectiveness. Now, most strategies that you find on YouTube or on Instagram, they're probably commonly used. Even if you had the right knowledge, it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll make money. And for some of you, that may be like, well, why? What else is there? Like I said a moment ago, it's you, because you can have the best knowledge to trade with, but you may not have the best mindset to trade with. So if you're dealing with things on a day-to-day basis, let's say you're working 9 to 5, and then you've got kids to deal with as well, and you've got a family. It's not that it's impossible to trade, but you have to keep learning and keep educating yourself as you progress. You don't just stop learning trading, because you don't just get it and that's it. You make it and then you do it. You're always making it. You're always getting it. The information is constantly being downloaded. And like I said a moment ago, as the market changes and develops, you have to change and develop as well. So on the flip side to the situation I just mentioned, if you are, for example, self-employed and you've got your own business, or you're just starting out and you fall into trading and you want to learn it, of course you have more time freedom to learn the education. So probability wise, you may learn it faster than someone who's got a 9 to 5 job, or someone who's got a family and responsibilities. But then again, it all comes down to consistency and your discipline. So when you're learning trading education, what will usually happen is you'll feel fatigued and you'll feel tiredness and you'll yawn a lot. That's what happened to me anyway. When I was learning trading, no matter which strategy I was learning, it was a lot to take in, because it's not information that you hear on a daily basis. Because trading is so intricate and there's so many different variables on how things can occur. Even if I explained one scenario to you right now, you would have to dissect that like you're dissecting a frog in biology to be able to understand each and every single aspect. And you know, that's kind of what I'm getting at. In order for you to be a successful trader, in order for you to make money consistently, you need to be able to understand that there are many things at play. And if you can develop your own mindset by having a routine, by having daily rituals that you follow, preferably waking up and going to bed at the same time, and having a meditation practice, having some sort of fitness or activity practice as well, it will allow you to soak up the information even more. But the thing is, trading isn't actually for everyone. Only some people will learn trading and actually understand it, because it's a lot to take in. You're learning so many different parts about the economy, about money. You're learning so many parts about emotions and intelligence. You're learning so many things about how the entire world actually functions on a day-to-day basis. So this is what I meant at the beginning of the video. When you learn trading, you can't just come into it and be like, right, I'll just see if I can make £500 a month. Like, you'll get wrecked. You'll get taken to the slaughterhouse. You'll lose all your money. I've said it time and time again. 90% of people lose 90% of the money within the first 90 days because they don't understand of how big and how diverse trading actually is. Like, bear in mind that the market is manipulated, and also the market is owned and ran by people who've got billions and billions and billions of dollars, pounds, euros. Like, they don't need your money. The reason why trading exists because it's almost like a propaganda machine. It's designed to manipulate you, to take your money off you, and to make you feel a certain way. So it's whether it's inadequate, or whether it's feel uncomfortable, whether it's feel fear or resentment, anger, hate. It brings up all these emotions out of you as signs and signals for you to tap into them to become better. But what most people do is they fall victim, because when you lose a trade or when you lose money, it makes you feel uncomfortable, right? Because you've gone to work, you've invested your time and energy for however long it took you to make that money. Now you've put it in a broker account to try and trade it, thinking you know what you're doing, and then you just lose the money. And you're like, well, I thought this happens when this happens, so why has this not happened? Because there's so many more things that come into play. It's not just about the money, it's actually about mind and emotion manipulation. So if you can understand that when you get manipulated into thinking a certain way, this will trigger emotions that will most likely control your thought process and your decision making, which causes you to continue losing, like revenge trading, chasing losses. All these things we're all consistently making our way through. But if you're a beginner trader, you'll just consistently get lost in your emotions, and you'll think it's a scam. And that's what most people do. They genuinely come to trading and think that trading is a scam because they lose. And that's just like in life. Most people think that things are a scam, or they're not true, or they're too good to be true, because how is it possible for someone to look at a screen, click a few buttons, and make £1,000 in a day, for example? Well, it's possible. I've done it multiple times, and many of you probably have done it as well if you've been trading for quite some time. But it's about being able to do it on a consistent basis. And it's only in the last 6 to 12 months that I've really understood the art of trading, the art of mind management, and when it's time to step away, when it's time to let go and just continue on with your day. Because sometimes you can get lost and you can become delusional that you actually forget about life itself, and you get so lost in the screen that you think that trading is everything, because we put so much importance on it. We put it on a pedestal that we have to make money every day. And again, that couldn't be further away from the truth, because in trading you don't have to make money every day, and it's actually really difficult to make money in trading every single day, because you have to take losses into account. What if one day you went bed late and then you woke up, and then your girlfriend or your friend or whatever, you see a message on the phone, it stresses you out, and then you try and trade? Now it's going to influence your decision making. So if you take a loss that day, you're going to blame everything that's already occurred prior to trading for the reasoning of why you lost, when in reality you should have become aware of the fact that you've got things in your mind going on and circumstances in life that are happening that you should have just stayed away. That should have been a day where you didn't trade. Every day isn't a trading day. That's what some people don't understand. You think that, because we've been conditioned to believe that we work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, that we have to go to work and make money every single day. We don't have to do that. Like, that's what trading allows you to do. It allows you to put yourself in a position after years of development where you can make £1,000 in a day. You can make £10,000 in a day or a week or a month. And then you can literally take a week off, a month off. You don't actually have to trade every single day like you have to work every single day. It's a false belief system. And this is why I kind of made the video, because there's so many misconceptions and there's so many illusions that people kind of fell victim for, and they've gave up trading. And I would strongly suggest that if you are on a trading journey or you're wanting to start the trading journey, it's a long-term process. It's a skill that is developed day in, day out, for months, for years on end, and then you eventually become good at it, where you don't have to think about a lot of the things that you first have to do when you're learning. So the point of that is don't give up trading because it's not going well. Don't quit something just because it feels like you're not making progress in it. Every single day, if you can just do something small, an incremental step where it allows you to see things from a different perspective, that's progress. In trading, like, a lot of the times it's actually not going to feel like you're making progress. Like, even when you're learning a course or you're studying information or you're back testing or you're forward testing, there's only going to be little moments where you're going to feel like, right, I get it, I understand it. But if you attach yourself to that idea too much, you'll start making mistakes because you'll become rigid. And when you come into trading, you have to be so flexible. You have to take so many things into account, like previous day structures and where the liquidity is and which way the liquidity is being formed and which way it's being trapped. That's kind of what I mean about understanding what it genuinely takes to become a full-time trader or even a part-time trader, but what it genuinely takes to become someone who is able to adapt to market conditions, market movements, market volatility. Half of the work is the trading, and then the other half of the work is yourself. And that's the hardest part, because most people, they're not willing to change. And if you're not willing to change, and if you're not willing to accept change, then you're not going to make a lot of progress. You're not really going to move forward with your journey. The only people that make it forwards and keep moving forwards in trading, in life, are the ones who are willing to accept change and the ones who are willing to accept new information being taken in, basically keeping an open mind. So if you can do that on a daily basis in trading, in life, your progress will slowly begin to show. So I hope that kind of all makes sense. I kind of freestyled this video because it was on my mind of what it genuinely takes to become a trader and how to not give up, because you have to develop these skills. You have to develop different practices that allow you to keep moving forwards. Because sometimes, in fact, a lot of the times, you will feel like quitting. You will feel like you don't want to do it anymore. And that's okay. I'll be honest with you. In my 8 years of trading, I've probably quit probably 10 times, maybe 15 times. There's been times where I quit for a day, quit for a week. There's been times where I quit for a month or a few months on end because I got myself lost in my own thoughts and in my own emotions. I got myself so raged that I was chasing trades, not following my plan, that I just had to stop because I just kept on losing money, and then I kept on making the same mistakes. So you have to take breaks, and it's okay. I want you to understand it's okay to take breaks from trading, because you need time to process information. You need time to journal, to self-reflect, to understand what you're actually doing wrong and what you're actually doing right. This is why journaling your emotions, your thoughts, journaling your trades, everything that you do should be noted down, because if you just try and figure everything out up here without putting that on paper, it's going to get overwhelming. And that's when you continue to make the same mistakes and get stressed and frustrated and angry at yourself and the world, and you keep blaming everything and everyone instead of just understanding that Sometimes you just need to take a pause. Sometimes you need to take time out, and then you'll be able to keep moving forwards. So sometimes you have to take, a few steps back to take more steps forward. So I hope that all makes sense, and I'll see you in the next video.